What is up, Nexus viewers? Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the hottest news hitting the gaming world. The industry never stops, and neither do we. From legendary former execs dropping truth bombs to game-changing updates on your favorite platforms, we've got it all. You won't want to miss what's coming your way, so buckle up and let's dive into the headlines. First up, a major voice from PlayStation's past is speaking out about a key competitor. Then, a massive overhaul to a core PlayStation feature is making life easier for gamers. We're also looking at a highly anticipated title facing some serious questions right before launch. And finally, a brand new, wild adventure is on the horizon with a first look at its unique style. Stick around, you need to know this. Subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss a single update. A former PlayStation head praises Nintendo's fan connection. The gaming landscape is constantly shifting, and the companies that truly endure are those that not only adapt to trends, but also deeply understand and cater to their core audience. While many struggle with this balance, Nintendo consistently shines in its ability to connect with and delight its dedicated fanbase. Even former PlayStation head, Shawn Layden, has recognized this unique strength in a recent interview. Speaking with hip-hop gamers, Layden offered high praise for Nintendo's approach, stating, "I think Nintendo's been very intentional in what lane they play in, and I'm not being dismissive about that at all. I mean, I think they're very focused on who their fans are and what their fans want. No one is more in touch with their fan base than Nintendo. Even PlayStation was never this in touch with the fan base as Nintendo is." This sentiment from a former PlayStation executive is particularly noteworthy when contrasted with the current perceptions of both Microsoft and Sony, whose fan bases have frequently voiced concerns about recent strategic decisions. Layden elaborated on Nintendo's success, particularly during the pandemic. While other major players attempted bold, large-scale moves anticipating continued market growth, Nintendo focused on delivering a steady stream of high-quality games for the Nintendo Switch, a strategy that proved immensely profitable. Layden explained, "They just know what their opportunity is, they see it, they understand it better than anyone else, and they go for it and they do it really well." This consistent understanding of their market and audience appears to be carrying forward, as evidenced by the early success and anticipation surrounding the Switch 2. With a strong lineup of exclusive titles already being built and impressive launch sales records being set, Nintendo continues to demonstrate its mastery of fan engagement and market positioning. The gaming community eagerly awaits Nintendo's next move, with many hoping for a new Nintendo Direct soon to reveal more of their upcoming plans. But what about your own PlayStation experience? We've got some news that might make things a lot smoother. Get ready for a big change coming to the PlayStation Store. PS Store game refunds finally made easier by Sony. For years, the process of requesting a game refund on the PlayStation Store has been a notoriously cumbersome experience, often ending in frustration for players. Fortunately, Sony is finally streamlining this crucial customer service feature, making it significantly easier for users to get their money back. Sony has now integrated a direct, request refund option within the PlayStation Store itself. While this functionality is accessible via the PS Store website, the quickest and most efficient method is through the dedicated PlayStation app. For those utilizing the app, the path to a refund has been simplified considerably. Players will find a clear option to initiate a refund request, bypassing the previous convoluted steps. For instance, a user attempting to refund a game purchased over 14 days ago and already downloaded would still be presented with this new, user-friendly interface, clearly indicating the endpoint of the refund process. For players who prefer using the website, the procedure is similar, albeit slightly more time-consuming. After signing in to their account, users can navigate to their account settings and select the Transaction History tab. From there, they can choose an eligible purchase to initiate the refund. This update is part of a broader initiative by Sony to enhance the overall PS Store experience. This commitment extends to other improvements such as integrating Apple Pay support, introducing a rating system based on verified purchases, and implementing accessibility tags for the PS5 Store, all aimed at creating a more user-friendly and inclusive digital marketplace. Now, let's turn our attention to a highly anticipated release that's generating a lot of buzz, but perhaps not for the reasons the developers intended. Prepare for some uncertainty surrounding a major upcoming action RPG. Lost Soul aside, pre-release silence sparks concern for upcoming action RPG. As the release date for Sony Interactive Entertainment and Ultazero Games' action role-playing game, Lost Soul aside, draws near, a distinct lack of communication from the publisher regarding previews and reviews is raising eyebrows across the gaming community. With the game slated for launch on August 29, 2025, Sony's marketing strategy appears unusually reserved for what is positioned as a major first-party title. The absence of pre-launch previews and any confirmed distribution of review codes is a strategy that often signals a lack of confidence in the final product. Typically, publishers leverage early access for press and content creators to build anticipation and allow ample time for comprehensive reviews before an embargo lifts. However, in the case of Lost Soul aside, neither the press nor prominent content creators have publicly confirmed receiving early review access. This silence is particularly striking given the game's nearly decade-long development cycle. The review embargo itself is rumored to lift either on August 28 or on the launch day, August 29, 2025. While not an entirely unprecedented move, it strongly suggests a potential strategy to shield the game from immediate critical scrutiny, possibly to protect pre-order numbers or initial launch sales. If Lost Soul aside manages to meet the high expectations set over its long development, this cautious marketing approach might be deemed unnecessary. Conversely, if the game falters, this late-stage embargo could be widely interpreted as a deliberate tactic to mitigate negative reception during its crucial launch period. The game has been available for preload since August 22, 2025, with a substantial download size of approximately 70 GB. It is set to release on both PlayStation 5 and Windows PC. The narrative follows Kaiser, a young man embarking on a perilous quest to rescue his sister, Louisa, while simultaneously defending humanity from the encroaching threat of the Voidrax. The development team's decision to maintain such a low profile so close to release remains a significant point of discussion and concern for potential players. If that news left you with questions, get ready for something completely different and undeniably wild. We're diving into a new game that promises a visual and gameplay experience unlike any other. Romeo is a Dead Man, a glimpse into Grasshopper Manufacture's latest creation. Prepare yourselves for a deep dive into Romeo is a Dead Man, the latest offering from the inimitable Grasshopper Manufacture. If you haven't already, check out the announcement trailer for a taste of the bloody, genre-bending action that awaits. This game is packed with information, and we're here to break down what makes it so unique, focusing on the protagonist, Romeo Stargazer, a special agent of the Spacetime Police. One of the most striking features of Romeo is a Dead Man is its audacious blend of graphic styles. The action-heavy combat sequences are rendered in stunning, near-photorealistic 3D, creating a visceral experience. In contrast, the narrative-driven segments embrace a more experimental approach, incorporating a wide array of visual aesthetics. This deliberate stylistic diversity is a hallmark of Grasshopper Manufacture, a studio known for its eccentric and bold creative choices. Fans can expect the signature bonkers storytelling that the studio is celebrated for, promising an experience that is both familiar to longtime enthusiasts and mind-blowing for newcomers. The combat system itself is a dynamic fusion of melee and ranged weaponry. Romeo wields katana-style blades for close-quarters engagements and firearms for ranged attacks, with the ability to seamlessly switch between them mid-combat. Even the game's standard enemies, referred to as rotters, are formidable, requiring strategic combinations of melee, ranged, heavy, and light attacks to overcome. The payoff for executing a successful combo is immense, with gratuitous blood splatter and a sense of cathartic victory. Beyond the humanoid rotters, players will encounter a menagerie of other unique and terrifying enemies designed to challenge and surprise. Boss battles are a central pillar of any Grasshopper Manufacture title, and Romeo is a Dead Man is no exception. The preview highlights a colossal boss named Every Day is Like Monday, a fittingly absurd moniker. Players will need to master Romeo's dodging capabilities to survive the onslaught of attacks from this massive adversary and emerge victorious. The game's narrative also involves Romeo's role as a member of the Spacetime Police, leading him to explore bizarre and what-type locations. Within these environments, players will encounter equally perplexing puzzles, testing the cognitive abilities of even the most seasoned gamers. These puzzles, like the spherical anomaly mentioned, are designed to be mentally stimulating, offering a rewarding sense of accomplishment upon their solution. While this sneak peek offers a compelling look at the game's core elements, Grasshopper Manufacture assures that many more important game features are yet to be revealed. Stay tuned for further updates on this highly anticipated and uniquely styled title. And that wraps up our look at the latest in gaming. But before you go, let's quickly recap the biggest stories of the day. Get ready for a lightning-fast summary of everything we covered. That was a huge day for gaming news. We heard former PlayStation head Shawn Layden praise Nintendo's fan connection, saw Sony finally make PS Store refunds much easier, learned about the concerning lack of previews for Lost Soul Aside, and got a wild first look at Grasshopper Manufacture's Romeo is a Dead Man. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to PS5 Nexus for all your gaming updates, hit that notification bell so you never miss a beat, leave a comment with your thoughts on today's stories, and follow us on all our social media channels. We'll see you in the next one.